Every time I try to do something new or work on my goals, I find myself wasting hundreds of hours watching tutorials on YouTube about how to get started. I tell myself that I need more information before I begin. But what I have noticed is that most of the time I already know what I need to do. My brain simply fools me into thinking that I need more information so that I can waste more time instead of doing any real work. Here is how I found the cure to this problem and actually I started to achieve some real result. I used to be lazy and I used to procrastinate a lot. I used to have big dreams and big goals, and to be honest, I still have big ambitions for myself. But what I used to do is I used to plan and strategize how I would achieve my goals. But I would never take action on them. I would only plan and strategize, and after doing planning and daydreaming about I would achieve my goals, I would stop actually taking action. It would all be in my head instead of being in real life. But it was essentially just daydreaming because I didn't actually achieve anything. I actually didn't do anything. So I was just daydreaming and fantasizing about achieving my goals. But then something changed inside of me. I got really pissed at myself for not actually doing things that I need to do to achieve the goals that I want to achieve. If I didn't change the way I am living my life, I'm not going to achieve anything meaningful with my life. Then I started taking a small but dedicated step toward achieving my goals. Then slowly but surely, things in my life started to change. I started reading books, I started studying, and I slowly started passing my exams. I started gaining new skills and became more confident in myself. And it showed in how I talked to people. People also started to notice. And even though they didn't saw the work that I put in every single day, they still started to respect me. More importantly, I started to believe in myself. I started to have hope that I can achieve the big goals that I have set out for myself. And again, people started to somehow notice that I have changed. Even though there was no outward expression of change, but they subconsciously detected that I have changed internally. Someone I know actually told me that I am one of the most persistent people they know, and they really like and respect the fact that I can stay focused at a task or project at a time and I don't give up easily. It's actually really inspiring to hear it from someone else. This gave me newfound confidence to keep going. There is so much more I can actually achieve if I actually take action and I actually genuinely try. Now, I want to tell you about some of the lessons I have learned along the way that helped me with this journey, and I hope that this can also help you get started on this journey to achieve your goals as well. But remember that nothing is actually impossible if you actually try, if you actually take action on achieving your goals. But first of all, don't be lazy. If you want success, you have to actually work toward it and grind for it. You cannot just sit in your room, be lazy on your couch every single day, and expect money and success to land on your lap. If you want money and success in your life, stop doom scrolling on your phone and actually get to work. But the next thing I'm going to tell you is not so obvious because we think that this will help us, but it actually doesn't. Here is a brutal truth that I learned. If you fantasize or daydream about doing the work and actually achieving the goal, then you actually lose the motivation to do the work. The thing here is that our brain is very adept at fooling us. Because when you daydream about doing the work and achieving the success, what happens is that your brain thinks that you have already done the work and you have already achieved the success. So your brain gets fooled by itself and fools you into believing that you have already achieved what you need to achieve. Even though in real life you haven't achieved it, but your brain convinces you that you have. So you lose the motivation and the dopamine drive to achieve the goal or work toward achieving the goal. But you haven't done anything in real life yet. But your brain is so good at convincing you and convincing itself to be lazy is that you end up subconsciously believing that you have achieved the goal and you actually don't do any work anymore because you have lost the core motivation for doing the work. This is why you have to stop daydreaming and fantasizing about your goal. Now you can have hope and you want to achieve the goal. Those two things are true, but if you instead of doing the actual work and focusing on first step to doing the work, then you aren't going to actually achieve the goal or you're not going to actually do the work because your focus is disrupted. So you cannot waste too long time fantasizing about daydreaming or even planning your things, because planning is also a form of daydreaming. So you have to spend as little amount of time as possible on planning and get to work as soon as possible. Just start, then learn. You don't have to learn everything when you get started. You can just start, and then you will see where you are lacking, see where the problems are, and then you can take action based on that and learn things that are needed based on that. But if you don't take action, you are not going to learn anything, neither you are going to achieve anything. And daydreaming and fantasizing about your work is only going to make it even more harder for you to actually do the work. The bottom line here is that stop daydreaming and get to work as soon as possible. And this is exactly why positive thinking is bad for you. Instead of thinking about positive and being optimistic about everything, which is good for you by the way, don't get me wrong, but there is a limit. There is a limit to optimism. So you have to combat this problem with your brain, which is like inherently wrong with everybody's brain. It's not just you, it's just humanity in general. This is our cognitive function, this is how it works. So what we can do is do negative visualization. So instead of thinking only positive things, just plan, and when you are planning what you are going to do, think about the obstacles or problems that may arise along the way. There are two questions that you can ask yourself that will help with this: is what is the absolute worst case scenario here and what could go wrong? And based on this question, do a negative visualization, think about every single obstacle or problem that you may get in your way, and try to plan in a way that it considers that these problems may arise. Because you and I both know that there is always going to be something that will come up. Life is life, and it's not going to be sunshine and rainbows. There is going to be problem that arise. So just get started with your task and then deal with the problem that arises. But the first rule here you have to understand is that you have to get started. Just start, and then you can deal with the problem when they come up, and you will be better prepared to deal with any problem or any obstacle that comes your way. You can handle it clearly, and you can learn whatever you need to learn once you get started with the task, and you will have a better picture of what to learn and how to apply it immediately to your task when you actually start doing it and you are in a flow of doing the task. And this is true for the short term and the long term. Short term as in like you start work immediately and then you face a problem in that single day or in that single task time. And in the long run, 6 months, 12 months, if you get started, instead of fantasizing, daydreaming about stuff, you will actually see that there is a lot of obstacles that will come up that you couldn't think or daydream about, because in your daydream everything went perfectly, but in real life things are not going to go perfectly. So there is going to be a lot of things that will arise, and if you actually get started, then you will slowly but surely figure out these problems and how to solve them and how to deal with them. But if you never get started, you won't find anything, not in the short term nor in the long term. And trust me, any meaningful success in life requires long term work. It could take anywhere between 3 months, 6 months to 12 months before you see any meaningful results. But you can't give up, you have to keep going. But if you don't start, you are just delaying your success to much later date. The more you delay, the longer it will take for you to achieve the success. Because there is going to be initial period of no result and no success anyway. Whether you start today, tomorrow, or 3 months, 6 months from now, there is going to be some obstacles, there is going to be problems, and you are not going to see results immediately. So the more you delay starting something, starting any project or any goal you have set for yourself, you start working on them, you will slowly but surely make progress. But if you delay it, you are not going to make progress, and the progress will get delayed until it's too late. But if you get started, you will soon unlock the ability to do more, just because your skill gets developed the more you work on this. But it takes time, it takes effort. So one step at a time. Just follow the 2 minute rule. I talked about this in my last video as well. Set a timer for 2 minutes and just get started on the most minuscule or tiniest possible task you can achieve. Task you can do right now. Like any win, no matter how small, is going to be beneficial for you right now. It's more important to get started than to do 12 hours or 15 hours of work in one day. You understand, right? If you get started, you will slowly but surely develop a skill to do more and more and more, and you can do way better work down the line. But for now, what you need to do, what is most important for you, is to just get started. And the 2 minute rule is how you actually conquer procrastination, because procrastination is not doing the work. And if you just get started, even if it's 2 minutes, it is still progress. It is better than what you did yesterday, right? Because it's not hyper motivated action once in a while that gets you closer to your goal or your success, but it's taking that simple steps or daily action that moves you closer to your goals. This brings us to the next step, which is getting daily win. Now what I want you to do here is, after the 2 minute, you start a timer for 60 minutes, and then every single day after you have started doing the work, just started, or whether you use 2 minute rule or directly set a timer for 60 minutes or an hour, you just work on your goal for an hour. That's the minimum and that's the daily amount. You don't have to work more if you don't want to, but you can do more if you want to. But 1 hour is essential. What I want you to do is take a challenge for 3 months where you will take action toward your goal every single day. Now, what I want you to do is commit 1 hour of doing work per day on the biggest and most important goal you have. And that's all you have to do. Like, you can do more if you want to, but the bare minimum I want you to do for next 3 months is to work for an hour every single day on the most important goal that you have. And I can guarantee you, I can almost guarantee you that you will see some progress in 90 days if you stick to it, even if it's just only 1 hour. And you can do more if you want to do more. But even if it's just only 1 hour, you will see significantly more progress than if you stay stuck where you are now. But the rule here is simple. You are going to set a timer for an hour or 60 minutes, and then there is going to be no distraction, which means no phone, no social media, no notification, nothing of that sort, no YouTube. You will only focus on your work, and that's it. 1 hour of pure focus work, or as much as focus you can give it. Bro, if you can just do that, you will achieve way more success than you realize in 90 days or in 6 months. You won't even recognize yourself if you keep up with this pace of work for 6 months. Because a lot of people in the world don't even put up that much work. They waste so many time. You are not the only one doom scrolling and wasting their time away on social media. There are a lot of people. But if you just become that exceptional person who puts in 1 hour of deep work every single day for 6 months, you will make way higher level of progress that even you can imagine. And if you want, you can improve it up 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour. And if you can level yourself up to 3 or 4 hour of daily deep work, you are already going to reach top 1% of performer, because that's a lot of work. And if you can put in 4 hours of daily focused deep work, you will become one of the highest achiever. Pause there, just one of the highest achievers in modern world. So you don't have to reach 3 or 4 hour of deep work today immediately. You can start improving it slowly, slowly, but just focus on doing 1 hour of deep work for the next 3 months. It's simple. 3 months is nothing. It's 1 quarter of the year. It's a lot of time, but it's also not a lot of time. 3 months is going to pass in no time flat. If you blink one or twice, you will see that 1 month passes away. So 3 months is nothing, but 3 months is also significantly something for totally changing your life and reinventing yourself. So just start. That's all you have to do. Get started. Now all you have to do is maintain momentum. And that momentum will take you to places you never imagined you could reach. You have to believe in yourself and you have to take the action. Trust me, bro. You are not giving yourself enough credit. You can achieve way more than you believe you can. You have to have some confidence in yourself and you have to actually take some action. And if you just follow this advice that I've given you here, that have worked for me personally, it has literally changed my life and it gave me new hope to live and achieve my goals. If you just follow this very simple but straightforward plan, you can achieve way more than you realize you can. Yes, you have to have some hope in yourself and you have to have some confidence in yourself. That's all. And brother, let me be honest with you. A lot of us has ambition to make a lot of money on the internet. Because online is one of the best ways to get started with side hustle, whether you are a student or even have a job, 9 to 5 job. Online internet provides us with a lot of method of making money. So if you want to have a side hustle or want to start a side hustle to make money so that you can support yourself and your ambition, then click here to watch the video here or here, somewhere here, and pick one of the 6 side hustle from it and just give your all for the next 3 months, following the rule that I've given you in the video. Just pick one side hustle and just put all of your effort into it and follow the rules and advice I've given you in this video. I can almost guarantee you that you will see significant result in next 3 months. Just click, 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 click.